You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1556. This time, Horses in the Morning co-hosts Glenn and Jamie, along with their guest Kristen Janicki, talk about whether grain can be a contributing factor in colic.
You can enjoy your favorite equine videos all in one place with Ride TV, the ultimate equine streaming platform. The newly relaunched Ride TV has all the series you love, like Rockstar Vets and Mini Horses, plus top-tier training videos and event footage from barrelracing.com and Horse and Rider on Demand. Whether you're ready to relax with your favorite series, binge watch competition footage, or train with a world champion, subscribe to Ride TV today for only $19.99 to see where your ride takes you. Visit ridetvgo.tv to subscribe.
We have Kristen Janicki coming on, and she wrote an article in thehorse.com, one of our fellow brands here at Equine Network, and she did an article on equine nutrition myths. It was called Equine Nutrition Myths Busted. So we're going to find out what some of those myths are and let her tell us how she busted them. And Kristen has been a performance horse nutritionist for an industry feed manufacturer for more than a decade. Her job entails evaluating and improving the performance of sport horses through proper nutrition. Well, Kristen, thanks so much for joining us today. This is a fun topic.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad to be with you guys.
Feeding grain will cause a horse to colic. Now, this has to be one of the most common ones, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can cause a horse to colic. So colic is basically any sort of abdominal pain, right? So, and we know that horses are very prone to finding ways to die. So any way that they can cause injury to themselves, it will happen. But there is certain risks that with grain that will, can increase their risk for colic, such as, having large meals of it. If the large starchy meals of grain are fed, that can cause digestive upsets, because the larger the meal, the more of that feed source is not going to be digested in the stomach and small intestine and can spill over to large intestine, causing digestive upset. So it's more of a what's in it and how much you're feeding and other factors that can go into play, like your horse isn't drinking water, there's not enough fiber available, etc. So it's not grain that causes it. Usually it's a combination of different factors that would go in. And, if a horse did tend to colic on grain, usually it's multifactorial, not just because of the grain itself.
And where you usually see that is if a horse hasn't been getting grain and all of a sudden the owner throws a lot at him at once.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they change it and they change the quantity. There's usually a change involved of some kind.
Right.
Am I correct there? Or is that a myth?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
That is 100% true. They did a study at Texas A&M. I think it was Dr. Noah Cohen who did the study, but he looked at reasons for colic cases that were coming into their veterinary clinic. So we're talking about severe cases that aren't resolved at the barn, right? They're coming into the clinic. And the reason that they found for most of the colic cases was a recent change of hay. And people don't think about that. They just, don't transition to different hays, different batches of hay, different fields, etc. Slowly, you're just feeding hay and just not even thinking about it. But that was the number one reason why horses were coming to the clinic for colic.
Which really sucks for us people in Florida that can't stock up on hay. So we're buying new batches all the time,
Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So it's good to actually kind of mix them in the best you can and to really limit that being a factor.
Well, there you have it. Horse Radio Network has thousands of engaging podcasts for horse people, and you can have them sent right to your phone. Just subscribe via your favorite podcast player. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. Until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.